Whoa, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 3:50 p.m. It's a Wednesday and my spring break is over, so I had class this morning, which is why we're a little later in the day than usual. I've also noticed that on the days where I have to wake up early and go to class, I end up with a bit of a headache. I don't know if it's just a coincidence or what, but it feels like it's happened enough times in a row to be uh, noteworthy, I would say. But anyway. How you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Thursday for you. Weekend's almost here. The days, they are going by. I don't know, I feel like the cycle finishes very fast, and then it's like, hey, it's the weekend. Oh, it's not the weekend. Hey, it's the weekend. Oh, it's not the weekend. It doesn't make a huge difference for me. I'm like, my very bad week of school is mostly over. I still have one more midterm to do, but I can take it whenever. And I'm chillin'. Kind of. Sort of. You know, I'm fine. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week hasn't been too bad. It's been an average week. I feel like sometimes there are particularly bad or particularly good weeks, but most of them are just fine. Anything I want to tell you? Not really. Not a whole lot going on with the channel right now. I should do some more first looks. Now that I'm through the rough week, I'll try to get something out for you. There's a few games on my radar that I want to check out, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, not much else. If you like Darkest Dungeon 2, I did a run of Darkest Dungeon 2 over the course of my last two streams. Those will not be coming to YouTube, but you can go check that out on Twitch. There's a VOD that'll be there for the next 2 months, so there's that as well. Alright, let me ask you a quick question. Let's get going. I went to the dentist recently, yesterday, as you may remember, or 2 days ago now, and they told me that I should floss, because dentists always tell you that you should floss. So I'm here to ask you, do you floss? I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try to actually get to a point in my life where I floss. I don't know, I don't really mind it. It's just time consuming, and I have trouble allocating time in my day. It's not a whole lot of time, but it's still an amount, you know? But I don't know. I've just never really done it, so I'd like to get in the habit. It's hard though, it's hard to remember, and it's hard to set aside the time. It's also not like an easy task to do. It takes some experience in getting used to. But, let me know. Do you floss? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Mouthwash too. I remember when I was really young, it was like you're supposed to brush your teeth and then mouthwash and then floss all the time. I never did it. I did the brushing part. Alright. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and brush your teeth if you haven't yet today. Dental hygiene matters. Exile, Stygian, Wurmkin, Soul Sucker, Shadow, Chase, Titan's Gratitude, Hosting Kin, Cuddlehex. Not a bad start. Cuddlehex is definitely one of the worst cards in the game, but he's not bad, he's just useless. That's how I feel. Hardened Hull, Faulty Loader. I can go Faulty Loader. Actually, Hardened Hull's fun. Hardened Hull is kind of fun. Alright. I've convinced me. And, well, I guess we're playing Cold Channel, because I'm certainly not playing Dire Channel. What am I thinking with this Hardened Hull? I'm thinking about playing 2 eggs with some sort of incant infusion. I can take the relic, I'm sure it's fine. +1 stack of Reap is good. We have Fracture. I'm taking the trial, or taking the relic because of Fracture, and I'm going to take this trial as well because of Fracture. This fight will be a little suspicious. It'll be a little tough, but we'll see how it goes. How bad could it be? How bad could it possibly be? Realistically, our boss fighting capabilities are decent thanks to the fractures and the frostbites. Probably. Don't fuck me, Titan's Gratitude. Thank you. I'll put this train steward. I'll put him here. I don't want to put him on the top floor right now, because I don't want to take the Ember Drain. We got chains coming up. Chains is already gonna cost us energy every turn. I think I am going to take a lot of damage here, actually. Unfortunately. Yeah. I guess that damage is... It's actually better for me to push chains to the back there. I think. Hey, good job, Foregone Power. That discard on the curse was extremely helpful. Makes it much more likely that I don't take a trillion here. I actually am going to take 0. Incredible. I did not think I would take 0 in this fight. That fight was much closer than it should have been. Or that fight was very fortunate that I took 0, I should say more accurately. Ice Storm is good and it's purple. I'm happy to take both of those options. Shelter is good and purple. Echo Infusion is good and not purple. I think I prefer the Shelter though. The purple is very helpful in this run if I'm going to go for some sort of an egg. I'm gonna grab Siren of the Sea. Maybe I'm just gonna play Siren of the Sea. I mean, if they show me multi-strike, we just say, oh well, on the egg. Quick. There's money in the middle. Chase Seraph so I don't play Nameless Siren. As much as I may desire. And then we'll reroll. Yeah, there's money in the middle, so I'm just gonna take the multi-strike if it gets shown. And we're gonna say too bad to the egg. Don't throw the run away for nothing, basically, is the idea. +3 per Echo is okay. I'd rather give her Incan Armor 2 or something. Or even just another multi-strike. Although, I guess +3 per Echo is damage scaling and it's fast. It's fast and it's damage scaling for the Siren. And I'm going to give her a self-infuse almost certainly. So she should be fine defensively. Because what's her essence? Isn't it +5 attack? It is +5 attack. I give her the +3 per Echo. You know I like doing these where I just get the Steel Shop squared away in ring 1. Even if that's not perfect, it's good enough. Invasion Trial does not entice me very much here. Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna go to the duplicate. Anyway. So the money's not that useful. I want to get rid of these Titan's Gratitudes. They're a little problematic. Because they conflict with the Foregone Power. May as well get rid of the Train Steward, right? This deck is going to struggle a little bit on incants because of how many discard cards we have, but I think it's doable. I just have to form the deck properly here as a result. Like we prioritize a few removals and we take a bunch of spells and everything is fine. I'm sure. We have a lot of cards that are worthwhile to get rid of though. 4 Train Stewards, Cuddle Hex, Titan's Gratitude, or maybe not Titan's Gratitude, and maybe we prefer to get rid of Foregone Power. I mean, ideally we get rid of all of it. It's a lot to do. I'm gonna take Energy Siphon, it's free, it's purple, it incants. I'm gonna take Echo Transfer here. I need some, it's good to have something to spend my echoes on. And the bonus damage is good. And as discussed here, I think everything should work out, but I lost a run that looked like it should have won, so never can be too careful. I like Tempered Talisman, but it's only really buffing 3 cards. You're right. I should take Winged Indulgence. Yeah, because the attack down is better for Cold Channel overall, I think. Another upside of filling out my upgrades right away is that the events become more valuable if I hit on them. This one's nothing special, but I want to take one of these, I think. It's probably Awoken's. I don't really like Awoken's Rail Spike in this deck. Yeah, you're right. I think that this card is not that good. I've definitely cooled on it quite a bit. I prefer Spike of the Hellhorned here. Little armor for Soul Guard. You definitely want to take one of those because they're free incants. It's not like this deck has MVP cards that we have to draw into, you know? Everything's okay if I just take things that are fine. I actually want to leave this Clergyman alive because if I don't leave this Clergyman alive, the one that has the multi-strike on him, there's a chance that I just can't kill the wave that's coming up because Soul Guard can't. Oh, sad. And we don't need hits or anything. Yeah, there's a chance that we don't get the... We want it for the Frostbite, basically. But Soul Guard might not get hit. He does get hit, so it's all for naught. But worth it thinking about it, you know? I'm also going to let him get hit here by this Clergyman so that I get the Frostbite on Talos. Yeah, it's worth like 12 Frostbite for that 2 hits. For those 2 hits, I should say. It would be really good, although I believe impossible for a... I could have had, what, 2 more armor? 6, 9... Yeah, he's dead exactly. It'd be nice if I could stop this coming wave, but I guess at the same time that wave does threaten 0 damage to my Pyre. The problem here is that my Siren of the Sea has very little health. Not gonna take any risks on Shelter here. 45... It's not possible. You can't... You're... Oh no, you know what? I think it might have been possible. It's close, it's close. Doesn't matter. I might have been able to save myself 2 damage there. I'm not gonna stress it though. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to, instead of incanting, beef up my echoes and my passive damage on Talos. And Cuddle Hearts can go in front. He saves 9 damage. This Winged Indulgence has been extremely good. I did not properly anticipate how good Winged Indulgence was going to be for us. In this fight in particular, I didn't think this fight was much of a threat. However, we're alive. Full stop. Very good, very good. I will be taking Ancient Synergy, without a doubt. That card is excellent here. Flare-Minder. Etch, Apply, Reap 3. Wow. Well, when you put it like that. Look at this deck. Yeah, it needs draw. It needs draw now and then space after Arcus when I go for the second Siren. And I guess I could have looked ahead and saw, hey, welcome back to another edition of Tell Me How to Spell. Would it be more correct to say I would have seen the steel shop here or saw the steel shop here? My instincts tell me to say seen. Yeah, I could have had an extra multi-strike, but it's alright. You can't know. Can't know what we would have seen here. Okay, I'm not worried about it. I think that what I did was correct anyway because, you know, I'm not going to be banking on it. Although I guess it's more likely to see another multi-strike rather than see like a size 1 in this cavern. And I could have looked ahead and found, I'll use found here, found that there's a steel shop on its own in this ring. And a steel shop on its own in this ring, holy moly. Well, too bad, I didn't look ahead. Not really sweating it too much, to be honest with you. I was hoping to spend more time at the magic shops, but alas, not to be. Nah, I was thinking about that spell chain as well. I'm good. I'm gonna save myself the rest of my money. We are actually most likely, this is fine. Are we going to go to the duplicate and duplicate Shelter now? Have a decent amount of health support for Soul Guard. Health support. Yeah, sure. Yeah, this wave doesn't bother me because the sycophants don't do a whole lot of damage to me. Only 10? 1, 2, 3, 4? I guess that's true. Every spell we play is a pretty big boost to Soul Guard's damage output. However, I'm gonna get hit a little bit. It should only be 1 hit though. That's 2. That's fine. I mean, I think it's a worthy trade regardless. Take off that damage shield. I have to play Shelter first, always. You always play Shelter first. I guess you prefer the purple because it's more damage for the Siren. I feel like I got something in my throat. My voice is catching occasionally. In case you're wondering. Push that guy to the back. Oh, I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna cough, is what I was about to say before I began coughing. Don't worry, I didn't make you hear it. Or maybe you heard it, but if you did, we need to have a discussion about how so. I would like to speak with you if you did hear that. So I took like 24 in this fight, which I am okay with. I'm gonna pick the clipped conduit off and give myself like an extra incant turn here. May as well take the reap and the spell weakness. No reason not to do all of that. I'd really like to go to a magic shop though anytime now. I have a lot of spells that are good. You know what I didn't think about? I didn't actually look to see if it was plus 10 piercing. I think it was intrinsic in the last one. But if that temple had plus 10 piercing, I should have put it on Ice Storm. And if you saw that and went, hey, why didn't you do that? The answer is I didn't see it. I wasn't thinking about it. I don't want these soul siphons, not very useful. Now I did say, and I will be doing a left path play here. Intrinsic spell chain. I'm going to be duplicating Shelter. That card is good. And I'll duplicate my Siren ahead of Chase Seraph. God, I'm going to so many steel shops after doing that. And then I just accidentally path into like 4 of them. That's okay. I don't want to take this aggressive amulet. I have a lot of money, and I'm a little worried about 65 pack shard self-made Harpy here. Definitely overcomeable, but I have to be aware. I have to be aware of the priority targets, which are any of these 14 by 2s. And we'll beat self-made Harpy by having Soul Guard live to Relentless, which would be very useful, very good. Everyone, please put your hands together and prage for Soul Guard. Gonna try and cash out some big shelters, but it is hard to get big shelters on a turn like this because I can't really play. I can't play Foregone Power first. I have to play the shelter first, or else what if I miss? You know? What if I discard it? It would be very bad for business. Very bad for business. Don't ask me why I said it like that. I don't know. I think it's correct to not pick the fire hit. Oh yeah, you know what makes self-made Harpy less scary? Winged Indulgence. You're right, I could have done it. Probably could have gotten away with the trial, although... like, total damage that has gone through the Soul Guard is pretty low. No way here Shelter goes, yeah. Just a little bit, agreed. And it's fine because if I miss, it's not like I'm gonna lose, right? Self-made Harpy's not going to live long with 280 Frostbite. It's a grim proposition. In today's episode, I will in fact be clicking on Name Tome, yes. Another Soul Siphon. I could have taken the Guardian Amulet. Or not the Guardian Stone. Guardian Amulet was earlier. Hold on, I'm gonna push my chair in. Hold, please. I could have taken the Guardian Stone, and then we could have played, because we're going to these steel shops, we could have beefed them up and then played for a duplicate and used that to beef up Soul Guard significantly. I don't love it, but it's doable. Titan's Gratitude is going to fall off in value because it's not purple. I'm gonna get rid of it first. Value Stone Ancient Synergy is excellent. Would love to see Holdover. Wow, I'm great. Holdover, Value Stone Ancient Synergy. That card is very good, and it's purple. I'd love to see Double Stack or Remove Consume. I'm not picky. I would like anything that isn't Permafrost. Cool, cool. That's a good shelter. And I'll purge the Cuddle Hex. And all of that looks good. I'm gonna check the cavern now. Oh, I could have looked at this first. I should have. It's okay, I think I would still do it this way. Let's make a card that helps Soul Guard, like a heal. Don't want these. Oh, it's not even space. I was hoping it was gonna be space. Oh well. Restore 20 health, draw +1 next turn is fine. I was thinking space and then I could use like an intrinsic space prism here, but we don't have intrinsic here. I'm down to take 10 for a Purge Stone actually. Down to Purge a foregone power. This deck has a lot of value in removing. So that seems alright. We will assess momentarily if I should play bottom or top. I do like playing bottom floor. Stops the curses, but it won't really stop these curses. I'm still okay with it. You know, I think this is wrong because it doesn't give time for Fracture to do its thing. And this Absolver doesn't even die on this turn, so the whole point of being down here is gone. I do have the heal though, so it's not so bad. No weight on Shelter for it to be worth more than 10. Yeah, I think it's better to wait. I think I can also afford to wait. I don't think waiting is going to be bad. Thank you, Hosting Kin. Very cool. Yeah, you may as well scale. And I'm just gonna play out the spike. I want to hold the Unnamed Tome for when I draw the other Shelter though. Yeah. This is the turn where we go Unnamed Tome. Ancient Synergy. Oh yeah, Holdover Ancient Synergy is going to be a game winner for sure. Yeah, I mean, I was a little on the fence about this run's power, and then I saw that turn. I'm no longer on the fence. This run's strong. Yeah, this run's really strong. So we have the Sirens to finish up the bosses, and then these spells are just gonna devastate the enemies. I should have played the Fractures first. Yeah, I missed one incant there. You got me. Dude, that old magic's actually really good too. I was skeptical as well of that. I was just generally skeptical of this run, I suppose, but I think that everything has pieced together rather well. You drop 2 Shelters and all as well. That's a bottom 4 play against the 90-pack Shard Arcus that we just handled. I could play Siren Song to daze the Divinity, but I don't think I want it. Could take Gifts for a Guard, but it's probably just gonna pull me cards I can't play. Deep Offering. Big space. That's not me saying I took Deep Offering, that's just me acknowledging the existence of Deep Offering. It is there. I feel confident with the Holdover and getting rid of these Titan's Gratitudes. I'm just gonna grab the money as well. Permafrost isn't bad, really. -1 old magic. I could just hold over old magic. And that's, yeah, that card is not going to cost, it's actually free. It's just heal 20 every turn for free because it has draw +1 on it. Yeah, that is pretty good, you're right. Sorry, excuse my chair. It is very loud. Maybe I should oil it. You ever oiled your chair? Is that a weird thing to do? I feel like that's kind of weird, but like this thing... Yeah, there it goes. It makes noise like right towards the end. Maybe I should take a look at it. I don't really mind, and I don't think it's particularly loud on the recording, but I haven't checked. Trade the 1 incant for 15 health on Soul Guard, it's fine. Trade another incant for... Actually, it's more than 15, isn't it? Oh no, it's not, because the explosion wouldn't happen otherwise. Soul Guard wouldn't get hit by that explosion, I should say more accurately. I'm gonna preemptively play this Urchin Spines to try and get, like, in case I draw this card, Ancient Synergy, you play the Urchin Spines, you save yourself the curse damage. Should I have played Fracture first? Absolutely. But that's also fine. You can play that turn better, for sure. And I will save and Unnamed Tome the Pyre Wings away next turn. Yeah. I was thinking about that turn like there was some sort of complication to it. There isn't. I'm just killing. Yeah, okay, that looks about how I expect. I'm going to silence now. Trying to think about, like, I just don't want to get Ember Drained by the next one, but I think the next one is better to be Ember Drained by, to be honest. Oh, you know, I sent a message to one of my group chats and then I didn't wait. Ooh, my team member does need something. Please hold, actually, I need to pause this and respond. I'll be back momentarily. But I'm gonna keep recording this episode while I deal with this problem. It's not like a huge issue. And basically I'm just gonna pause every now and then to do an do an operation in Unreal, because we're coding a game in Unreal for this project, and so I'm just gonna pause every now and then to do that. So like, I clicked open Unreal and it takes a very long time for Unreal Engine to open, so I may as well continue playing Monster Train while I'm waiting. Because when I say it takes a while, I mean it's gonna probably take like, probably takes about 5 minutes. I will probably be killing Seraph by the time Unreal opens, so, you know, hopefully you don't mind. And even if you do mind, what are you gonna do? You're gonna skip ahead? Go ahead? You're gonna stop watching? Well, if you're gonna stop watching for this, you're probably already gonna stop watching. You probably already have stopped watching, actually. I'm probably talking to a straw man I have made up in my own head. Yes, you caught me. It really is, like, it's surprising how long it takes Unreal Engine to open, though. It's like a few minutes. Deep Offering, Hoarfrost Effigy. I'm not picking those. Forgotten Trade isn't bad, but now I do have a card that I need to draw into, so I don't want to be taking just random shit. I could also take Wurmkin Etchings there for more shelters, but I'm okay. And as discussed, I'm going to be grabbing another Siren. There's a bit of a concern on the turn 1. Hey, 50% max HP is cool. Hey, Totem Fragment is cool. Wow, Echo Seedling is also cool. What the hell? These are great. These are all so good. I wanted to reroll for like... Dude, I'm just gonna take all 3 of these. That's crazy. Those are all really good. I clicked the wrong button. I meant to remove a card. It doesn't matter. I just brain broke for a second. That relic shop was just all good stuff. I was gonna buy some other. I was gonna reroll and look for like a turn 1 energy relic or something, but like that was all very good. It was all rather useful. So onwards we go. Let's do it, Sarah. Let's get to work. Silence will come into play later. My only real concern is the Divinity killing my Sirens on turn 1. I think that's the primary threat, because the Sirens are 10 HP. I took a bit of a risk in this. I'd rather play Ice Storm. I don't mind losing the Silence Tome, because I don't want that to be what I Echo Seedling also. Kind of part of the problem, or part of the idea, I should say. I'm gonna take the risk. Yeah, I don't mind it. You know, it's fine. I would have liked to have gotten the shelter, but at the end of the day, I'm gaining more by just killing this wave with hosting kin than I would be if I was waiting for shelter. This is a net negative now, right? It's 3 times. No, it's not. It's still positive. It's 3 times 4 is what you lose. So you lose 12, but you gain 15. So it's a worthy trade-off, I'd say. But now we're to the point where Ancient Synergy just starts killing everything. Filter up, Foregone Power out. Should I have played Spike? Yeah, for sure. You are correct. I don't really need to silence anything urgently, so I'm just gonna hold off for like a harvest enemy that looks particularly threatening. Because there's no rush to play the Unnamed Tome. I don't know if there even are any more harvest enemies though. To be fair. Urchinstein's whenever now. We wanna play them all out whenever we can on the spells front now. There's nothing really to Unnamed Tome though, is there? No. I'll just play it now. We have seen the rest of the waves. I'm just gonna get rid of it so I can play Foregone Power without any real concern. Yeah, a lot better to get the extra influence off of Foregone Power. It's not like I'm holding out for anything meaningful here. And yeah, that guy is a little frightening, isn't he? I should have been looking ahead for this Light Wings. Okay, I'm gonna trade off the shelter for killing the next Light Wings. I lose 10 armor, but I gain more than that. None of it matters. Of course, I'm going to win this fight. There's no doubt about that. But it's good to think about the process of which we're going through. A lot of times I think about the process of how I'm playing these fights out in this fight so that I can do better in the Divinity. Like, that process is going to matter more when we're in the Divinity fight. The spell shield is going to be annoying. I'm just gonna finish the episode. I'm not gonna pause again. Thought I would pause, like Unreal opened, but I'm just gonna finish the episode. It's fine. It's not urgent. The turn 1 shelter draw is great. Very much helpful. And it's the consume shelter. Wow, that's very nice. So that just gives me... This gives me no fear. I was already pretty low on fear about losing a Siren turn 1, but now I have no fear. Yeah, we're scaling well enough. Sadly, I don't have pings to pick off these spell shields. That would be nice. Nothing I can do to this Light Wings. I guess what I could do is I can hosting kin away the enemy that looks troublesome, the Steel Wings. And we just play the rest of the turn out. I'll put some Reap on the redirector. I'd like to go through and fill out the rest of the floor's Reap. Or I guess Echoes. But as it turns out, Soul Siphon would have been decent on this one. Just be able to play it on a different floor and fill up on Echoes. However, I can do that similarly by silencing. Don't you die on me, mister. That was a surprisingly good Ice Storm. That Ice Storm was insane. Actually, I would go further. That Ice Storm was nuts. That Ice Storm was so good. Like one of the better rolls of an Ice Storm ever to be seen by anyone in all of history. I checked. I figured there, if I 50-50 the weight, it's gonna be fine. If I take 5 damage, it's not the end of the run, and so it's worth it to try and scale a little bit faster, considering mini bosses are approaching. We just pick off important things like multi-strike as well. Really don't want my Soul Guard taking the full Was that wave? I've calculated that wave's damage numbers out before. It's like 100 damage or something like that. 110, I think, maybe. It's an extremely large number that they do damage with that multi-strike wave, and I'm not about it. Do you think it would be stronger? Here's an interesting question. Would it be stronger or weaker if Frostbite triggered first, before combat? I think it would make Frostbite stronger. RIP Soulguard. I did what I could. His death isn't really concerning. We're through the waves, so it'll be fine. Playing that curse out might have actually not been worthwhile. Yeah. Surprisingly bad Ice Storm to compensate for the good one we had. I think we'll still be okay, but I'm a little more concerned now all of a sudden. Yeah, all of a sudden, with just a few minor missteps, I appear to be dying. That's no good. Well, that's no good at all, is it? I mean, I don't think the 10 armor would make a difference. I don't know, somewhere in here, like, no, here, I'll replay it. No doubt about it, I made some sort of major miscalculation in this fight, but... Oh, I guess I should have looked for more pings. Realistically, I just need to kill that. There was one enemy that fucked me up, but like, dude, this shit keeps happening to me. This run's never supposed to lose here. I don't know how this run could ever possibly lose here. I have everything, like, I could not craft this run to look better, and somehow it lost. I don't remember what I did with this stuff. I'm just gonna play the foregone power. Crazy that I lost this. I think I hosting kin the Steel Wings here. I'll do that again. Hold magic out. Like, I don't know, maybe it's the extra, it's not the extra attack though, there's no way it's the extra attack. I have this stuff, I have the Schnack. I forgot to fracture this enemy here this time around, the spikes. Forgot about that this time around. I think I played Ice Storm first last time? Yeah. Surprisingly good. Stinkin' goes there. I messed up. I forgot this spikes enemy. That's too bad. And again, I don't think it should be make or break. I shouldn't win or lose on the existence of the spikes enemy. I think it's better just to play the Ancient Synergy. Like, maybe what I should do is okay, but here's the logic, right? If I look ahead and I go, these enemies are here and they are threatening, I can play Ice Storm, I guess with one fracture. That's a really good outcome. With one fracture, like the reason I didn't play that Ice Storm last time is because I didn't think it would kill anything. But it doesn't have to, right? It just sets this enemy to die to one fracture, which is good enough. And then a fracture goes there. Yeah, I had to give a little more respect to Soulguard. I thought the 20 HP per turn plus the shelters would be enough, plus the Ancient Synergy, but I guess I was wrong. Soulguard is a paper man. I'm pretty sure I actually lost this run because I let this one Shade Wings live. I didn't respect and kill this single Shade Wings and it set me so far behind that I lost it. We'll see. I mean, I think that's everything, though. Spell Shield sucks. God, that Spell Shield is so brutal. It's vicious. Yeah, maybe I can kill that Wilt Wings next turn now, you never know. I mean, for sure now, right? This time for sure. Yeah, there you go. It really does come down to I let that one Wilt Wings live and I lost the fight for it. That's crazy. This game, these runs they're very difficult. You can't make a single mistake in a run like that. It's because of the spell shield. Like, truly, it is because of the enemies that spawn with the spell shield. Because my entire game plan is based around that. Or not my entire game plan, but a lot of my game plan is Totem Fragment plus Ancient Synergy, and that shit loses to spell shield. I need like jack strips, but to pick off spell shields. Oh well. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.